Next, I'm going to go over the basics of setting up our interface. This is a way to kind of customize the desktop so it works the way you want it to. Now, I've got a kind of a see-through window here. I notice in the classroom that these are always blacked in, and mine's just a little older view here, but the basics of this are still the same. If you go up to this upper right-hand corner and click on, we started by clicking on Essentials. If you click on Essentials, you'll get a certain type of look on the interface. If you click on Reset Essentials, this is the default look of the interface. And so I just want to start from here where we started with Essentials, and anything that you want to do to customize it is really up to you. One thing that I do is I bring the panels out so that I can see the names of the panels. I haven't quite got them all memorized by icon yet. I also use a two-row, over here on this side, I use a two-row toolbar, mainly in class because that's the only way I can get all my tools to show. But for our purposes here, you can click on the little arrow and make it either way that you want. All right, and once I've got some of these up, I'll look and see which windows, which panels are available, and I realize there's one that I use quite a bit that I really would like to add on. If I go to my window menu drop down, and it's Pathfinder is the one that I really like. I want to add this to my my list of panels over here, and you can add it here, or you can add it here. You can even add it in a new row if you like. For purposes in my classroom, I always put them in a straight line simply because I just don't have that much space. And you can see now I've added that on over here. I did want to mention that you can, as you bring these back out, if you decide you'd like to have one that's free from everybody else, free from all the others I should say, just drag it off by grabbing on the tab. If you decide you'd like to put it in a new place, you can close that one, and you can bring this in and you can put it as part of this cluster. Or you can make it in its own little cluster by adding it there. Again, you can add it as a row, or you can add it at the bottom, or however you like to do it. I'm just going to put it back in where it was, along with the rest of these. Some of these, as we, if you pull them free and then you click on the tab, you may notice that the tab has additional options here. As you double click, triple click, you may find it has new options that make themselves available. So just keep in mind that that's there. If you want to move the whole tab, if you want to move the whole cluster, you have to reassemble it out here, I guess. That'd be the best way I can think of. Okay, now you can move the whole cluster, and you can put it in a new spot here, or between. See the difference? If I want it as part of this cluster, I have the big bar, or the narrow bar like here, or I can have it in a separate row. Okay, however you like it. Okay, so you can put it really wherever you wish it to be. Now, once you've got your panels kind of established, if you realize, I wish this one was a little higher, you can click on it and you can bring it on up. Look for the thin blue report and it'll stay in its own separate cluster. If you use the fat option there, that fat option, it becomes part of that cluster. So I don't really want that. I'm going to leave it down here as its own separate thing. Okay. Once you've got this all set up the way you want, then go back up here to Essentials. Actually, let me zoom back in. Go back into Essentials and do a new workspace and give it a new name. Put your last name there, or whatever name you want to give it. And then click OK, and it becomes part of the options there. Now I've got two. Maybe I don't need both of those. If I want to manage my workspaces, I'll click here, and I can take the one that I don't want and just trash it. Then OK, and now I've just got the one. Okay, and then there's some other presets that are really helpful that we'll look at during this semester. But to get us started, I like starting from Essentials and then customizing it just a little bit and putting my name on it.